Welcome, Fright Night Vault listeners. Some hauntings are loud, glass shattering, doors slamming, screams in the walls. Others are quieter, more patient. They don't rush, they wait, they stare. Tonight's story isn't about a ghost that shrieks or a creature that chases. It's about something far worse, a presence that simply stands there, watching, every night, in the exact same place. Let me ask you something. Have you ever looked out a window at night and seen something that wasn't there in the daytime? Maybe a shadow in your yard, a figure at the end of the driveway, something that shouldn't be there, but is. You tell yourself it's just your eyes adjusting, but deep down, your instincts know better. They know when you're being watched. That's where tonight's story begins. Tom is a simple man, security guard, no kids, no spouse, just a quiet rental home on the edge of a forgotten road, the kind of place where nothing ever happens, until one night, something does. At first he thinks it's a little girl, alone, pale, standing just beyond the gravel, but she doesn't move, she doesn't speak, and when she disappears, she always comes back, every night. Same time, like she's keeping a schedule. It's not just her presence that eats away at him, it's the way the world around her seems to bend. Security cameras go dark, lights flicker, his phone glitches, and when he starts hearing things, like knocking, breathing, whispering, he wonders if she's ever really gone at all. What would you do if you saw someone standing at the end of your driveway, and they never left? Not for minutes, not for hours, not for days. Would you call the cops? Try to confront her? Would you run? Or would you just keep pretending she isn't there until it's too late? Because the thing about certain entities is, they don't break in, they don't attack, they just wait. Wait for the moment you finally acknowledge them. And that's when they move. So, turn down the lights, lock the doors, and maybe take one last look outside your window. Just to be sure you're alone, because if she's already there, it might be too late. The story starts now. Tom lived alone, a simple two-bedroom rental at the edge of nowhere, just gravel, trees, and a single street lamp that flickered when the wind blew too hard. It was quiet, almost too quiet. That's why he liked it. He worked nights. Security at a meatpacking plant 30 miles out. Long shifts, little contact, zero stress. He came home every morning at 4:30 a.m., made eggs, watched the sun rise, and slept like a rock. It was predictable, safe, uncomplicated, until the girl showed up. He saw her for the first time just after sunset. He was locking the back shed when he noticed something in his peripheral. At the far end of his driveway, where gravel met road, a small figure stood motionless. A girl, maybe 10. Long dark hair, thin frame, pale as snow. She wore a white coat, the kind with big buttons, outdated like something from the 1970s. No shoes. Tom blinked. She didn't move. He walked halfway down the gravel path, called out, "Hey, you lost?" No answer. She didn't even turn her head. He took a step forward, and she was gone, just like that. He looked around, listened. Nothing. He went back inside, locked the door, told himself it was just his eyes playing tricks in the fading light. But the next night, she was back. Same place, same coat, same silence, just standing. This time, he didn't approach. He just watched her from the window. She never moved, not even to blink. The next morning, he called the local sheriff's office. They sent a deputy, walked the property, checked the road, asked the neighbors. Nobody had seen a girl. That night, she returned again, and that's when the knocking started. At exactly 3:13 a.m., 3 soft taps came from the back door. Not aggressive, not rushed, just deliberate. Tom grabbed his flashlight and rushed to the kitchen. Nothing. He opened the door, empty fields, but when he stepped out, something changed. The air felt too still, too cold. and the driveway was empty. No girl. The following night, the taps came again, this time from the front door. He checked the porch. Nothing. But when he turned around, there she was, in the reflection of the glass, standing at the edge of the driveway. Only this time she was closer. He stopped sleeping, set up cameras, floodlights, motion sensors, installed an app to track the exact time the knocking happened, 3:13 a.m. every night. But the footage showed nothing. No figure, no motion, just static. Until one night, the camera didn't record at all. That night the knocking came from inside, 3 soft taps on his bedroom door. Tom didn't open it. He just sat there, under the covers, holding his breath. The tapping stopped, and then he heard it. A soft, childlike whisper. Mine. He didn't sleep that morning, or the one after that. He left the house for a few nights, stayed in a motel 20 miles out. When he came back, the power was out. The house was freezing, and every mirror had a handprint, small, wet, pressed from the inside. The girl no longer stayed at the edge of the driveway. She was coming closer. One night, he left his porch light off, sat in the living room, waited. At exactly 3:13 a.m., the room went ice cold. He turned toward the window and saw her, not standing, floating, just a foot off the ground, her arms limp, her head tilted sideways, and her eyes, 2 endless wells of dark, wet shadow. She drifted closer to the glass. Her lips didn't move, but he heard her voice. "You left me," Tom screamed. The window cracked, and she vanished. That was the last night he spent in the house. He moved. New town, new job, no forwarding address. But sometimes, late at night, when he's parked at a red light, he swears he sees her in his rearview mirror. Not close, just barely visible. Standing at the end of some driveway, watching. If you like these stories, please like, share, and subscribe. We upload often, and there's always another shadow waiting in the dark.